Welcome back, everyone. In the previous lectures, we have gone through what Power BI is, and I have also taken you on a tour of Power BI desktop. In this lecture, let's have a look at what is the Power BI service. So, Power BI is a collection of software services, apps, and connectors. As I have told you, they work together to help you create, share, and consume business insights. The Microsoft Power BI service that can be accessed at app.powerbi.com is also sometimes referred to as Power BI Online and is the SaaS part of Power BI, that is software as a service. So, in Power BI service, dashboards help you keep a finger on the pulse of your business. Dashboards display tiles which you can select to open reports for exploring further. Dashboards and reports connect to data sets that bring all of the relevant data together in one place. So as I told you, the three components of Power BI, that is desktop, the Power BI mobile app, and the Power BI service. This is the Power BI service that we are talking about. And as I already told you, that in a typical BI workflow, you begin by building a report in the desktop and then publishing it to the Power BI service. Although this workflow is common, but you can also create Power BI reports right in the Power BI service. A short example of what we will have a look at now. So this is what is Power BI service, and as well, you can create reports, you can share them. End users in Power BI service and mobile devices can view and interact with them. So being able to control how you share your work is one of the most important features of the Power BI service. You create workspaces where you and your colleagues can collaborate on reports and dashboards. Then you can bundle and distribute them as apps. You can also share the data sets themselves so others can use them as a basis of their own reports. And that's all you can do in Power BI service. So if you go to app.powerbi.com, you will find this interface. Now, I have another course on Udemy which is about Microsoft Fabric, and that tells you this whole new interface. So earlier Power BI was an individual thing, but now Power BI comes under Microsoft Fabric's experiences. So let me take you through that. So if you go to Microsoft Fabric from here, you will see that there are different experiences. There is Power BI, Data Factory, Data Science, Real-Time Analytics, etc. One of the experiences is Power BI. So you click here and you reach Power BI. So this is an experience under Microsoft Fabric. In Microsoft Fabric, you create workspaces, you create data lakes, you connect to data, you do data science, data modeling, you do a lot. And Power BI is as well what you do in Microsoft Fabric. So you create workspaces. So you see an option of workspaces over here, and this workspace will be your active workspace. So if I go to workspaces, I will see all of these workspaces that I have, and this one that I see right on the top and highlighted is my current active workspace. I can click on any of these workspaces and make it my active workspace. So this is what is workspace. Once you enter your workspace and enter the Power BI experience, you will see this kind of interface. You will see the Microsoft 365 app launcher, where you can reach any other app like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. You have options to browse, go to One Lake Data Hub, and also see all the other features like apps, monitoring hub, deployment pipelines, etc. And you have a way to go to any other experience under Fabric. Over here on the top, you have notifications, settings, download the Power BI desktop, and of course you have a look at your account. There are some recommended things. You have a way to go back to frequently opened items like dashboards, reports, and of course there are some tutorials that helps you get started with Power BI. So all of that you can find here. Further down, you can have a look at the recent items that you have worked upon in your workspace, not necessarily fabric items, but you will see the reports, you will see the workspaces and the data sets that you can find over here. There are other things that you might have created in fabric, like SQL endpoints, lake houses. Those are something you will find different experiences. Here you will find everything that's related to Power BI, that is workspace, reports and data sets. Great. What else? So you can go to any report that has been shared with you or something that you have created in Power BI desktop. You can find it over here. So this is a sales summary report that I have created in Power BI desktop, and I can find it over here. So you see, this is something that I can find over here. So again, I go back to my home and I will see that, hey, yes, all of these are something that I have uh, in my list. So when I go to these, this is a different sales summary reports. When I go to these reports, you see that these are all interactive and dynamic reports. If I choose any filter, all of these reports changes the data behind it, and it updates instantly and gives you the relevant insight that you are looking for. There are other options under file, export, share that we will explore while creating some reports in Power BI service. But most of these are very intuitive, and you will find it very easy to understand and navigate through. Also understand that there are some features exclusively for these visuals that were created in Power BI desktop. You can pin them, you can copy the image with the caption, you can filter on the visuals. You can also have a focus mode that expands this particular visual, and then you can focus exclusively on this particular chart, and then you can go back to the whole report. So currently I have published this with only one tab, and that's why if there are multiple tabs in this report, I could have seen it over here in the bottom, and it was an easy navigation for me to go through the different tabs in the report and having a look at all the different charts. So again, these are visuals, and these are slicers, and these are filters that you can use and change the way how the report is currently and find out insights that you want. Lastly, I go back to the home and I click on create, or I can even click on the page layout as simplified or expanded. I can go back to simplified. I can click on new report here, and I can also click on create and then choose the report here. So this is how you build your report in Power BI service. You add and prepare your data, you generate a pre-made report, and then you customize it to suit your needs. So the easiest way to do is to pick up a data set or manually enter a data set, and then simply go ahead and uh, have a look at how the report is coming up, change the way the filters are, change the way the dimensions are or the matrix are, change the layout, change the formatting, and then publish it again. So once again, the common flow is to do all of this in Microsoft Power BI desktop, but you can even do all of this in Power BI service and publish here. Power BI desktop does has more exciting features, and pro developers uses Power BI desktop more commonly to create their reports and then publish it to the Power BI service. Great. I hope this has given you a pretty good introduction about what Power BI services is. It's a very high level overview. There is a lot that you can do over here, and we will have a look at it in our coming lectures. What are the different features that you must know, and what are the advanced things that you can do? What are the settings that you can change when working with Power BI service? Great. Thank you so much. We now are well equipped with what Power BI is, what Power BI desktop is, and what Power BI service is. In the next lecture, we will compare very quickly differences between Power BI desktop and service. and then we can move on to some more practical stuff. Great, thank you, and I will see you in the next lecture.